You know what we are doing? You and me? I'm gonna hold your hand right now and go through a fusion. Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Let's face it, men, gentlemen, maybe some women. If so, hello to you too. Why am I making it weird? Okay. Oh man, we're going to go through the fusion, but before that, we're going to minimize. We're gonna make ourselves smaller. There we go. Can't really do a small voice thing. We're too manly for it. Okay, so we have an event going, and it took me. I feel like we put out the video, we set the date, and then I forgot about it, and then I was surprised that it popped up today, right after personal CVC, when we just used our resources, so we struggled immensely with the champion training. However, we're gonna do this. You know me, I want to do everything as quickly as possible, so I want to just this. My strategy, I guess, is you will get the champion a little bit early. You might regret holding on off a little bit, but here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Summon Rush. I believe. Hold on. I believe. Let's actually pull up some news here. Let's pull up some news because I believe there's a really nice event going around with this. Because this determines if we're going for the Summon Rush or not. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick little look. Live in action. Oh my god. What the fuck? Guys? Toll from mid? Toll from mid? What the hell? What the hell? What? Robocop. Shit. Okay. That's not what we were supposed to do, but holy shit. Hell yeah. Okay. This is probably gonna be part of the video, I guess. Okay, here we go. We have a Summon Rush thingy combined here. So, hey y'all. Oh, this is kind of a different video. This video is gonna be bit different. Okay, but let's go. Progressive Chance Summon event starting on June 5th. Hey y'all, this Friday, June 5th, we're planning to launch a Progressive Chance event, giving you at least 15x chance to summon the champions of your choice. The selected pool from Ancient, Primal, Sacred, and Void shards. Pelgus, the Wave Walker, Venlisha, Crowcat, Throat Ripper, nice. Newt, oh bro, don't tease me like that. Estrid, Raya the Morn, oh god damn it, are you kidding me? Raya the Morn is the new champion. It's a new Void champion. Good luck pulling her though. Inessa, Grailbearer. Then we have the Epic Champions, which will be Geo, Trombor, Aishma, Deephook, Nugget, and Seer. Aishma would be kind of cool if you don't, have Mikage yet, But I will probably go with the Summon Rush, and we're going to go with the Ancient Shards. It's probably not going to be enough. We're going to go with Ancient Shards and Sacred Shards, I believe. Because if we get Newt, yes. If we get Crowcat the Ripper, yeah. I mean, yeah. Crowcat is kind of decent. We don't have the other guy, though. But with this being said, I'm going to go for it. Anything for Newt. You know what I mean? So we're doing this Summon Rush. Gear Enhancement. We are personally not struggling with Silver right now, so we can definitely do the Gear Enhancement. We also need to re-gear Donnie. Would you know what I'm talking about? Gear Hunters. I'm going to skip this one, actually. Every single classic arena, guys. If you're not doing the classic arenas, I'm just gonna be like, what are you doing? It's free fragments. Spider. You know what? I don't know. Let's pause this one. Gear Hunters again. We're gonna do the Gear Enhancement. Champion Training. So these ones. Let's just check off the ones that we're like, yeah, 100%. All right. Champion Chase. I'm gonna want to avoid this one and this one. Let's see if that works. We go with Gear Hunters, we go with the Gear Enhancements, we go with another Gear Hunters, we go with another Gear Hunters, and then we do a Spider. Then we need 10 more points. So we can skip a summon rush, which is kind of nice. We can do the champion training. Champion chase we can do, but then we can remove a gear hunters or gear enhancements. This is all to do with a little bit of what we want to save. We want to save silver, or do we want to save energy? Champion chase, I prefer not doing it all. Champion training. So what we're doing here is, do we want to summon champions? Do we want to summon shards? Is there summon rush and champion chase? Or do you want to use energy in order to get this? I think we're going to go like this. This is how we're going to do it. I want to skip the summon rush because I want to save up shards. And we're going to skip the champion chase as well. The summon rush... Yeah, this is 20. Yeah, this is a big one. The 20 combined with Newt chance. Yeah, man. I think we're gonna go like this. Maybe if we're stupid, pull Raya. We're not. No, I mean, we're not. Well, I mean that could happen, but pulling voids. It all depends on how your stash is looking, right? I have whoa, hello there. Boom, boom, bam, baby. We have 69 ancient shards. Yeah. 23 void shards and 9 sacreds. We can get up pretty far with, I believe, sacreds. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think my ancient shards will be enough. I don't want to spend gems. Yeah, we might have to dip in here. Might have to dip in. And this is one of those questions when you look at this and go like, oh man, this is what I have to do. It's like, how much do you want? This sexy boy. He looks very cool. The mace is throwing me off a little bit because mace is usually supports around that, but he has 2 daggers as well. Also, on the image, I really thought this was a weapon because it looked like he held it, but no, it's just a part of his freaking shoulder blade, I guess. So maybe it's a fallen angel or some beautiful shit like that. Hell yeah. And then he has like a neck thingy. I kind of want him, you know. We've talked about it in a previous video. Well, we're gonna talk about it again. Let's go through his kit and talk a little bit about Folan Silverheart. Every time I read Heart there, I'm thinking of Kevin Hart. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 30% chance of increasing the duration of a random debuff on the target by 1 turn. Then we have the A2. Dude, this is where it's at, bro. This is where I'm like, ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I don't actually remember the A3, but here we go. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Deals 10% more damage to each enemy for each debuff on them. Will ignore unkillable and block damage buffs. You guys seen my library now. How many times have we been struggling with... Going through block damage is fine if we have Gaspard because he can drop the cage and boom, gone. But unkillable, can't really go through that. So, that's where this guy comes in. Niame. Swall, AoE block damage, Santa Claus, unkillable on everyone. You know, this guy can maybe solve that issue. Then we have the A3, a Sun's Wrath, attacks one enemy 2 times. The first hit has a 75%, but books down to 100% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Second hit has a 100% chance of placing a block passive skill. Very nice in PvP as well. Talk about locking out Leo. Then applies a debuff spread effect, taking all debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies. Finally, attacks all enemies 1 time. This attack will ignore 20% of the target's defense. Ignoring defense, ignoring defense, ignoring defense. Really, really nice. We're actually just ignoring defense here. Why am I saying ignoring defense all over the place? It's just here. Then we have the passive. For each Sylvan Watcher ally on the team. Oh, thank God we got Arbeus, huh? This could... Ooh, bro. Okay. I didn't think about that, but holy shit. Also, see what I'm doing here? This is very, very important. I just want to, like, hold on a bit. Hold on a second, guys. what I'm doing is I'm reflecting. I feel like I'm like saying a bunch of no shit stuff, but it's important to mention this. I'm reflecting on the roster that I have and how this champion can give me value, or if this champion can give me value, and how he can synergize with other champions. This is where you should do the same. Why he is good for me is not the reason why he's good for you, maybe. It all depends a little bit. I don't have a lot of champions that can go through unkillable and block damage. I'm not sure if there's many champions that can do that. I have champions that can go through block damage. I'm not sure about unkillable. And I only think I have one. Yeah. Anywho, passive. For each Folan Watcher ally on the team, including this champion receives 10% less damage from AoE attacks. And ignore defense effects against this champion are 10% less effective. Whenever this champion attacks, has a 30% chance to turn weak hits into normal hits. This chance increases by 10% for each debuff on the target. I've heard from other content creators that he's super squishy, he dies pretty quick, his damage is okay, apparently. I really hope it's really good. I really hope if he's that squishy, you can maybe combine it with, I'm not sure, Mercurial Gear, I don't know, or, dude, no, we want to ignore defense on this guy. I feel like that's a given, right? Savage or lethal, yeah, right. Merciless, 9-piece, I mean, maybe, but for me, Arbaeus with this guy, her being provoke, hell yeah. Avara, keeping this guy alive, yeah. Folan Silver Heart is someone that I'm gonna go for, but let's talk a little bit about Raya as well. She's at the bottom right, but I am also eyeing a little bit on a different champion. But let's go through here as well. Raya the Mourned. This is the champ you can pull from Void Charts, apparently. A1 attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit will ignore 15% of the target's defense. Heals the champion by 30% of the damage inflicted. Grants an extra turn if this kills the target. A2 attacks one enemy 2 times before attacking, has a 75% chance of placing a 25% weakened debuff on the target for 2 turns. Will ignore 15% of the target's defense and any block damage buffs. Will also ignore an additional 5% of the target's defense for each buff on this champion. Stacks up to 35%. Holy shit. Reduces the cooldown of this champion's Discordant Fury skill by 1 turn and places a stun debuff on all enemies for 1 turn if this attack kills the target. This debuff cannot be resisted or blocked. You in PvP, you want to build ignore defense. Having a champion with like built-in ignore defense like crazy. Imagine her with like a bunch of buffs. Just that alone on the A2. Ignores 25% defense. Holy shit. A3. Attacks all enemies 3 times. At 12. Before attacking, place a 50% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. Each hit has a 75% buff down to 100% of stealing 1 random buff from each enemy. Fails this champion's turn me by 10% for each buff stolen. Then we have the passive. This champion does 30% more damage while they're under 3 or more buffs. Oh my god, dude. While this champion is under an increased attack buff, a block debuffs buff, and a veil, or perfect veil, a buff at the same time, prevents this champion's death, and their debuffs and instant effects can also also cannot be resisted. These champions are freaking nukers. They're rolling out a bunch of insane damage dealers, which is really exciting. The other champion that I'm very excited about, and I really hope I can find really quick here, or I'm gonna struggle big time. I don't think they're Bannerlords because they're kind of like elf-ish looking. Oh man. Let's see. I'm not cutting this out. It's gonna be embarrassing, and I'm okay with it. Lizardman? No, bro. There's no way. Maybe, just maybe, they haven't been released into the game yet. Yeah, maybe that is the case. The champion we're thinking about is not you. You look cool though, but not you. It's a single target damage dealer, which just sounds super insane. But I don't think we're gonna find her. Yeah, I don't think so. What the hell? Maybe they haven't released all champions in the game. I don't think so. No, she's not dwarf. No, man. Shadowkin? Maybe not. Well, maybe I just wasted your guys' time. And mine. Mostly yours, I guess. No. They're not in the game yet. Argonites? I don't know. No. But you can't pull this guy. Yeah, maybe for another video. Maybe I should do that. Like, people go through, like, you know, the 1025x, 10x, and, like, talking about the champions. I don't know. I could give my, 2 cents about this. Man, you guys have to really pick up this. This is really nice. I needed the multi-battles for sure. Guys, the link here, so you can plan your fusion, will be in the description below. Make sure you guys do this and stick to it, okay? It gives a really easy plan on how you're gonna, you know, tackle on different events. And I use this every single time, and props to the guy making it. I keep forgetting his name, and I'm super bad with names. I don't even know my colleagues' names. Oh, but this website is really good, and thank you so much for putting in the time and the effort into doing it. And also that he's done a new design on it. It looks pretty cool. Guys, I post videos every day. If you like this sort of content, let me know where to like and subscribe. And then, see you guys next time. This is the first time I wink. I usually do this. Yeah, well, okay, see you next time.